Welcome, everybody. I'm that toppy dude, your host, and this is that topping dude plays the American film, institutes daily move, B-game get the picture, and it is December 31st. What? That has such a familiar ring to that date. 2025. Oh boy, I really wish that the year 2025 would be over just because I don't like the number 2025. And by the way, this is game number 1368, 1368, 1368. And yeah, it's New Year's Eve. Yes, it's the very last day of the year of our Lord. It's like, tomorrow's 2026 already. And I gotta say, mercifully, 2025 passed pretty quickly by for me. It was probably all the sleeping pills I took. Um, I don't even, well, whatever works. Um, it, oh yeah, hey, this isn't just, and even though it's like kind of funny, the last day of the year is the day that I either will or will not break my record. And if I do break my record, it'll be interesting. Oh, it's the last he broke his record on the last day of the year. Yesterday I had, this is according to John Atkins, yesterday I had 19. Well, no, I did have yesterday 19, whether John Atkins said so or not. But he said that 19 is my previous best score. Does anyone else remember that? Well, regardless, I know I've never gotten up to 20. So if I get today's right, I'll get it up to 20. But there's actually a little message from John Atkins. Why don't I read it to you? It says, GM. Oh, and that means good morning. A GM, no, I'll just say, okay, good morning, Grasshopper. He calls me Grasshopper because he thinks that we're in Kung Fu and that he's my sensei for, like I'm getting all these movie titles right. Kind of him. Um, I must admit, I didn't think you'd get back to it so soon. What a vote of confidence. Very good. I taught my grasshopper well. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, and there's a laughing face. He's just making fun of me. It's all a big joke to him. Ooh, the anonymous play. Oh, wait, okay. And he said, this is a separate text. Good luck, even though you don't need it. Well, I'm not so sure about that because Jaden, Jaden said, I got the last day of the year's Get the Picture wrong. Oh, I've heard of a few of these films, but I've only seen one of them. I knew it wasn't the one I had seen, so I guessed, and I guessed wrong. And the anonymous player just wrote in as we were recording and said, the anonymous player got the picture. You way to go, anonymous player. You go, anonymous player. You go, anonymous player. You go, anonymous player. Okay, and then he sent a separate text. I will go ahead and congratulate you now on breaking your record. Congratulations. Well, I didn't break it yet, but thanks for the well wishes and the vote of confidence that I will. But it hasn't been done yet. You guys don't get ahead of yourselves. It ain't over till it's over. All right. Well, well, I'd say I've got a 50-50 chance if Jaden got it right, or if the anonymous player got it right and Jaden got it wrong. At best, I have a 50-50 chance. Oh, maybe the anonymous player was saying that he's certain that I'll get the answer. Oh, that's a good sign. All right, well, let's go in. All right, this is here's yesterday. The Matrix. Okay, let's go in and see what 88. Oh, the Poseidon Adventure. Oh, simple, easy, peasy, measy, deasy, gee. Well, you know what this means now. Well, tomorrow I'm going to start a new account, but I guess what I'll do is I'll continue this one as well. So I'll have two games going simultaneously, and if I have a different answer for two different games, I will yeah, don't worry about that until we actually do it. Anyway, this is the Poseidon Adventure. 128 million% correct. There's no question whatsoever. That's Shelley Winters. That, oh shit, what's that guy's name? Oh fuck, I forgot. Is it, it's not Jack Albertson, is it? It might be Jack Albertson. Oh, isn't he Chico and the Man? Chico, don't be discouraged. Okay. All right, let's see what the choices are. Okay, now guess the picture. So guess the picture is really they actually put that in the options. I always forget that's not one of the titles. Okay. Bloody Mama. I guess that Shelley Winters must have been in Bloody Mama. Why else would they put it there? Um, Cleopatra Jones. Oh, Shelley Winters was in Cleopatra Jones. I forgot. Now, I didn't see Cleopatra Jones because it was rated R and I was not allowed to. But I did buy the novelization, probably at 7-Eleven or possibly at Walden Books. Or I'm not sure where I got it. Probably 7-Eleven. I got the novelization of Cleopatra Jones, and I think was that the book? Yeah, and Shelley. I think I even started reading it, which was unusual back then. I usually just bought books and never read them. Um, I always meant to read them, but I never did. Well, not never, but I not very. Commensurate to how many I bought, I rarely read them. But I was reading all the time. I was just a very, very, very slow reader. Um, Terence or Terence and Barents. Did I say what I said I was going to say about the Cleo? Oh yeah, and Cleopatra in the beginning. I don't know if this happens in the movie, but it probably does because they usually follow novelizations. Would follow movies pretty closely. There's one big exception, but I'm getting too far off track if I talk about that. Um, oh yeah, and so in the at the beginning of the novelization of Cleopatra Jones. Shelley Winters is Big Mama. Oh wait, oh bloody! I think her name is Big Mama in Cleopatra Jones, and or something like that. Anyway, she's like a head of a some kind of I think she's the head of the bad guys that Cleopatra Jones has to fight against. Anyway, someone walks in from the swimming pool. I just remember there was this conversation that she had talk about complaining about the person tracking water into the house from the swimming pool. It's not apropos of nothing. It's apropos of Cleopatra Jones. Um, that's the beginning of the novelization. All right, The Party. I do not know that movie. Not just for okay. The Poseidon, the Posei, the Poseidon, the Posea, the the Poseidon Adventure. Okay, the Poseidon Adventure. I have not heard of this film. And Queen Hera meets Sailor. Oh, you know why they put Queen Hera meet Sailor is because throughout When Harry Met Sally, they show it's about a young couple, but they show all of these older couples throughout the film, and I believe they're real life older couples talking about their lifelong love affairs, and that's very sweet. But that's what they're trying to make people fool people into thinking it's When Harry Met Sally. You say, why? Why would anyone think it's that? It's not Billy Crystal or Meg Ryan. But no, they have all these older couples throughout the whole film talking to the camera or saying talking about their love affairs with each other, but lasted into their elderly years. This is the Poseidon Adventure. Jaden didn't see this. Well, I'll tell you something, Jaden. You sure would have seen it if you were my age when it came out. You certainly would have. And if you were like me, You would go back and see it again and again and again. And oh, I'll talk about it. Let's get it first. Oh, the Poseidon Adventure, uh, 20-day streak breaks my record. Yay! 87.8%. A Poseidon stay at homeness. Okay, that's a very weak WD. Um oh, wait, listen, oh, have a party. God, oh, a a an evening of solitude, a solitudinal a, a solitudinal event. Um uh how um what how hairless divorced um Rob. 'Cause that's we Sally Struthers, Rob Reiner. That's how I got there. We got to move forward. Can't. Oh, this would be Joan of Arc Smith. This is um, cleansed Papa. All right, maybe Dumdies aren't such a great idea for these, but we need some feedback from someone besides John Adkins, the one who had guided me, my Get the Picture coach, who guided me to where I am today. I owe him everything. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, stats. It's gonna be 78% still. Let's see what they said about the motherfucking Poseidon Adventure, baby. Oh my God, that's a lot. Anybody American film is among the Armstrong's greatest thrills. Master of disaster, Irwin Allen, the Poseidon Adventure charts its course as a seaship news empire gone horribly awry with an all-star ensemble on a survival quest to the capsized cruise ship. Starring Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, oh, Ernest Borgnine. Ooh, one of those men who did have an open invitation to be filleted by me personally anytime they wanted to. Oh man, was I hot for Earthborg. Red buttons, Cameron Lindley, no, excuse me, Roddy McDowell. So Roddy McDowell, I had a childhood crush on Roddy McDowell. I guess you could say, wow, he a lot of, I didn't realize that. Oh, oh, shit, I've got a Roddy McDowell story actually. Okay, let's go on. See it was Jack Albert and Perry Human, and then the desperate survivors. The film also features a score by Anyway, John Williams. In a current Western, uh-oh, someone didn't pay attention to proofreading. And the current Western, this is the wrap up of the Poseidon Adventure. And the current Western, directed by Italian master genre Sergio Leone, Once Upon a Time in the West, features Charles Bronson, Woody Strode, Claudia Cardinale, and Henry Fonda, who delivered a chilling performance in a rare villain's role as the version of all-American good guy that had largely come to simplify his career. Oh, what a relief. Remember yesterday when everything they said had been spelled correctly, all the grammar was correct, all the words they used were used correctly, and we were like, wow. I said I think that's the first for the American Film Institute's daily movie guessing game, Get the Picture, not to have any errors on their description on that page, this description page you come to. Unlike today, someone, not only did they forget to delete the text about Once Upon a Time in the West, there's also this superfluous A in between the correct text and the text that shouldn't be there. There's the little someone wasn't paying attention, but we're used to that. We're used to that. Okay, The Poseidon Adventure. Wow. God, did I love this movie when I was a little kid. What was the year? Let's see, 1972. So I was 9 years old when I saw The Poseidon Adventure. Man, did that set my imagination on fire. God, I loved that movie so much. Well, for those who don't know, um, I think of it as a movie that everyone I keep forgetting, with another generation comes and they don't automatically know all these things. It's weird. Well, they're on a cruise ship called the Poseidon, and there's a tidal wave, and the tidal wave comes and the ship turns upside down. Now the whole ship is upside down. So they were all at the top of the ship. Now it's upside down, and before the thing sinks, they have to climb their way up to the top and somehow get out of the, is it called the hole on the bottom? Get about out through the bottom, which now leads them to the top where there's air and stuff. And they not only have to climb like 5 flights of stairs, everything's upside down. Everything's upside down. Um, their world certainly is upside down, and boy, did it turn my world upside down. I was obsessed with this movie. I mean, absolutely obsessed. I could nothing relieved me until Irwin Allen, a couple years later, did The Towering Inferno. And then I was obsessed with The Towering Inferno. And then Irwin Allen, you'd think, oh my God, every movie Irwin Allen ever produces is going to be a winner for little kids at least. That wasn't true. Well, that wasn't until too long before he did one of the worst movies ever made, The Swarm. Wasn't The Swarm even one of the answers? I think The Swarm might have even been the answer once. Let us take a look. Here, I'm just gonna look and see before, oh shit, something went wrong. Okay, don't worry about it. The Swarm. Let's see if it, no, okay, I guess I was wrong. I guess it must have been an option, not an answer. Oh, I'm recollecting from before I started recording the games. Okay, the Poseidon Adventure I was in love with Roddy McDowell. Okay. I was in love with Roddy McDowell when I was a little kid. I didn't even realize it was a gay thing. In retrospect, I see it was, but I didn't. I never felt. I never felt if they have been repressed and subconscious, but I never felt sexual feelings for Roddy McDowell. But I yearned to be with him. I remember once calling an op. I didn't know how to get hold of it. I had to meet him. I called someone on the phone. I started crying because how do I speak to Roddy McDowell? Can you call Hollywood? I don't know. How do I speak to him? I wanted to meet him so bad. God, it's made me cry. Um, I wanted to meet Roddy McDowell so badly. And what happened was Harvey and I got married. We never got legally married, but we've been together for 31 years right now. And Harvey's first play, uh, no, it's not his first play. Well, it might be his first full length play that was produced. That might be it. I think it was his first full length play, and it was produced by Lee Grant. She's a famous Academy Award winning actress, and she wanted to direct. And at this point, she had not directed. She's directed a lot of stuff now, but at this point, she had never directed a play or a film or TV show or anything. She hadn't directed anything. This was her very first directing project was directing Harvey's play, and so she remained lifelong friends with him because she was. It helped both of them. It helped her. She was already an established actress, but it helped her. It helped establish her as a director, and it helped establish him as a playwright. So that was mutually beneficial to them. So he's been lifelong friends with Lee Grant, and therefore we always got invited to her year-end New Year's Eve party. Oh, she's she's gonna have one tonight. She's 100 years old now. Lee Grant is, and I assume she's still gonna have her. I must assume she's still doing the New Year's Eve party. Maybe not, but I think she probably is. Um, and probably more than one, but one year that I was there, there were a lot of celebrities would come to these parties, a lot of Oscar winners. Um, it was almost like an Oscar winner club. Not everybody. Roddy McDowell was there once. Roddy McDowell never won an Oscar. I'm not even sure how often if he's been nominated, but I know he's never won. That's something I would have, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'd be very surprised because I would have known that. But anyway, he was at the party one of those years, and I this is my fucking big chance. This is what I wanted my whole life. Well, when I was a kid, there was a point I had outgrown Roddy McDowell before I met him, but I was like, there he is, and here I am, and I can talk to him. It's a party. It's a private party. I would not be bothering if I went up to him and said, "Hi, Roddy McDowell. You were I was obsessed with you when I was a kid." You know. And there's this other guy at the party that I had befriended from previous years, and I was comfortable talking to him, but I just could not. I couldn't even say hello to Roddy McDowell. I could sit near him. I could look at him. I I wouldn't say a word to him. I couldn't talk to him. I was crippling. I am cripplingly shy in that way. But anyway, and I was like, I was dealing with it, and I was like, okay, okay, he's there. I could say hi, but I'm too shy to. But I'll be okay with that. I, Maybe this is enough that I'm just sitting in the same room with him, because I had outgrown him. I really had at that point. Um, or had I? Maybe I hadn't. But anyway, this other guy was another gay guy, and I liked him. I saw him like every year, and he was not afraid to talk to Roddy McDowell at all. And he was there talking to him. I was in the room, and I just remember as they were having a conversation, I remember him going, "Oh, Roddy." I said, "How can you be on a first name basis with him and talk to him and call him Roddy like that? Damn you! I should be the one calling him. I should be the one saying, 'Oh, Roddy.' It should be me. Well, it could have been me. I could have said, 'Oh, Roddy,' right then too. I could have said, 'Yeah, oh, Roddy.' You boy, did you say it? Oh, Roddy. Put my hand on his knee and so, oh, Roddy, is it true that you had that you had a reputation as having a really big? That was seriously his reputation, which I found out after I had outgrown him. But I was like, man, he was gay. Roddy McDowell was gay. And he, and I had an obsession. I was obsessed with him when I was a little kid. What? With Roddy McDowell, it started with the fucking Poseidon Adventure. That was the first thing I saw him in. It was Poseidon Adventure. Everything else it sparked off was my obsession with Roddy McDowell. My dad wasn't too thrilled about that. I talked about Roddy McDowell way too much when I was a kid. An inordinate obsession with Roddy McDowell. That's my Roddy McDowell story. And it's good. It's nice that it tied into Lee Grant because she's having her New Year's Eve party tonight, presumably. They were great parties. Um, well, I'll talk about it. I've written about it. I could post it on that Topping Dude in the writing section. I will eventually. I don't know if it'll be today or not. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Oh, you're thanks for everyone who has congratulated me and who will congratulate me. I'm that's great. I got 20. It's the best I've ever done. I might even do better tomorrow. Oh, but tomorrow I'll start a new account and I'll keep doing this one as well. And so maybe I'll even get a higher you know what I'm saying? Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.